What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Deuce Miss. Today we are back on the sugar farm here in South America. Turn the music down a bit more. I'm gonna go get gas. I almost ran this thing out of gas, didn't even realize it last time. I streamed this on Saturday and got a bunch done, so this is where we're at now. I got a little bit left on that backfill to pick up, and then we got our best land supposedly right up here, so should get a ton more sugar beet. I think we're on. Let's see. We've dumped 200 in there. It looks like we've dumped 200 in there. So, or maybe 3. No, our next load goes to cut sugar beet. That's what it is. Our next load goes to cut sugar beet. So we've dumped 300 in one and 200 in the other. So. Got it. Next load goes to the cut sugar beet plant, or the sugar beet processing plant, and then after that, we will see what goes where, because it's not going to hold it all, I don't think, but it might. It might. Did I see the insect update on Planet Crafter? I have seen the update. Yeah, I haven't played it though. It's looking pretty good though. I'm gonna have to jump in there at some point. I gotta finish up Sapiens this week, and we're probably gonna finish up Retreat to Eden this week too, believe it or not, because it's not. I mean, there's a lot to do in the game, but as far as like your main task or whatever, we'll see how it goes. But I should be able to finish up Retreat to Eden this week, as well as Sapiens. So I need to jump on Planet Crafter too, though. I'm still gonna finish up Hold Your Own, and I've got to finish up something else. The map's much bigger now. Nice. Yeah, I said when we got another big update, meaning more content update, I'd jump back on it. So I'm gonna stop with half a tank there, just so I don't have to spend too much money on fuel, and see how far this gets us. If this gets us done, then that's fine with me, because it's not our vehicle, so I can return it like it is. Not a problem. But yeah, we'll get back on some Planet Crafter soon too. I was pretty happy to see that insect update. What's up, Voltage? What's up, Derek? How's it going? I hope you are well. Good to see y'all. I'm gonna cut straight across here. I want to jump back in here and look and see how much slurry. We got 6,000 slurry. We got 8,000 cut sugar beet ready to go over. We got 13,000 there now. So it looks like it's just barely keeping up, but it's keeping up. So hopefully we can get all of our cut sugar beet in. But we've gotten what, 500,000 liters of sugar beet now? I think that's right. Gotta take your kid to the train station. It's too bloody early. Yeah, I understand. Traveling that far for school is tough, for sure. I mean, I don't know how far it is, but I'm guessing if you're headed to the train station, you got to drive there, and then you got to take the train to wherever she's going. So, not the easiest thing in the world. Not the easiest thing in the world. But yeah, Planet Crafter, we'll definitely get back on some of that soon-ish. Soon-ish, I don't know exactly when. I did not expect a Planet Crafter update to drop this week, to be fair. Or last week, whatever. Hey, what's up, Dan? How's it going? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Oh, missed the line. Turn back around. Alright, get this little spot over here, and we will be good on this field. I'm doing well. I appreciate you asking. Oh, I think I picked the header up by accident. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. I was just trying to slow down. I think my thumb slipped. One more time. And we are good on this field. And done. Okay. Dang, that was 3,200 right there, just off that little bit. All right, let's go get our good area here now. I don't know what's up with this field right here. Like why it's orange, I have no idea. I mean, it definitely needs fertilizer, but we sprayed it with fertilizer. It still didn't turn out well. Like the yellow up here on this end, if you look on that mini map on the bottom left there, the yellow right here that I'm in should be green. And the rest of that should be yellow. I don't know why it's so bad off, but it's terrible. I mean, it's pretty terrible. I mean, this one doesn't look like that. And I plowed these and everything at the same time. This is what that one should look like. It should have some green on it, some yellow on it. There shouldn't be any orange on it at all, which is very weird. Very strange indeed. Also, we have lots of sugar to move around, it looks like. Alright, let's get our GPS working here. Alright, let's flip it. Center it on us. And then we'll just lock on, make sure we're straight. There we go. I figured that'd just be easier instead of trying to wiggle around those later. Spiderette, I don't know if I said hey to you or not, but how you doing? Hope you're doing well. There we go. And off we go. Yeah, I think we're up to 500,000 sugar beet because we got 300 off of one field, over 300. So, and that was supposed to be what I thought was going to be our worst field, but it turned out to be a really good field. So, what's up, Half Bud? How's it going, dude? And when this thing right here gets moving, it's hard to stop. But gonna be another good harvest, means more sugar, more money. Oh, speaking of which, how much? I didn't even look to see how much sugar we had in there. Okay, it's just the 6 setting out and then 1 setting in. Okay, that's fine. That's not a big deal. That we can deal with. Running off into this water, I cannot though. Go. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna end up with like at least 40,000 off of this one little area right here. Well, 37,000 roughly off this one area anyway. Changed the front axle on the tractor yesterday, so now it has regular tires on the front instead of ATV wheels and hubs. Yeah, I bet that helped. I bet that helped a lot. I gotta back up, make sure we get all this in a straight line here. Huh, we didn't miss any, okay. I thought for sure we had missed some there. I guess not, though. And I'm just gonna do this because this gets messy, so. Trying to get this thing turned around, it doesn't fit between the build and there. No sense in it. Off we go. No sense in it. Ugh. Wheels and hubs from 87 Honda 4-Tracks. They go flat all the time. Yeah, that makes sense. Good to change them out then. Good to change them out. I mean, this way isn't so bad. We lose a lot of time here backing up. Oh, dang, that ain't good. I feel like anytime bearings start shredding, it's probably not a good thing. Yeah, it looks like just off this one area right here, we're going to get more than 60,000. And that's just off of this little piece here, which is not our best ground. Our best ground's actually right there. So I would say that's pretty dang good. Little bounce, no problem, no problem. I think we're gonna go and center this up right here. And then we'll just make a loop around probably. Yeah, this right here is our best ground. We should be getting, matter of fact, I can check it right here. So this is sandy loam, 80 tons per hectare. Well, right here on the loam, we're getting 100 tons per hectare. On the field we did that's way on this side, pretty much all of this, except for this last part, was 64 tons per hectare. Pretty much all of this was 74 tons per hectare, except for the loam part, and it was 100 tons per hectare. So, yeah, this is gonna be a real good harvest. We're approaching. I think this would be the. I don't remember how many times we dropped off the other day, but it's looking like 5. Because if we go look here, there's 200,000 in that, and this only had like 45,000 in it. So we put 300 in there, 200 in the other, so that's 500,000, and we're definitely gonna get 600,000. Definitely gonna get 600,000. So that's a big, huge step up from what we were getting. I mean, huge. We were getting like 340,000. So we added nearly another 250,000 or something. No, that can't be right, because yeah, we're gonna get more than that, because we got 320 off of that one field that's supposed to not be that good, but turned out to be 320,000 good. So. Welcome, Celtic Moon. Hope you're doing well today. Good to see you again. So we'll kind of go around the field a few times here. Well, I will go around the field a few times, just not all at once. This one goes over here. Keep forgetting that. And the rest of it goes in the silo or cut sugar beet for later. $175 and 315. Okay. Just trying to remember where we're at here. Which I really don't think it's going to matter. I think we're going to have plenty waiting this time, because I am never able to fill this thing this far up. So, and this one's nearly full too. And so that's it. It holds 225,000. Yeah, it holds 225,000. I need to put more water in there. Maybe. I don't know. That might be enough. 0.1. Yeah, that's plenty. Okay. For this go around anyway. And then on cut sugar beet, we got 22,000. Yeah, it's going to work out fine. It's going to work out fine. Since the rest of this is going to have to go in the silo anyway, I think I might do the maths after we get done, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill this bad boy up too. And then we'll drop the rest of it off in the silo. Because this is going to take probably most of that. Holds 360. That's going to take all that. Well, it's going to be close. I might have 1,000 left in here. Glenwood Sugar Mill. Old Glenwood Sugar Mill. 3,000 left. All right, no problem. We'll just truck it on over here now. Actually, how much is in this now? Yeah, not worth it. All right, after this right here, this next plant, we should be making some real good money on everything after this, because from now on, it should be we only have to lease this, the tester, the cultivator, the header, the sugarcane header for this, and then after the next sugarcane harvest, we'll have to lease sugarcane planter, which we have sugarcane to plant, so I don't have to worry about seed for that. Thank goodness, because it uses a lot. And then a planter for the sugar beets, which we know is not much, and then a cultivator. So all total, we're probably looking at around 15,000 for leases instead of 50,000. So pretty good. Pretty good. J-Rock did us a big solid on the price on this thing. You just got StarCraft for free from Prime. I've never played StarCraft. Never even played it. We'll just keep going like this. I think this is fine. Yeah, so if we get 225,000 or right now, we're gonna get 25,000, or no, 20,250, 22,250, or 22,500, 22,500 out of what's in there right now, plus what we've already put in and processed, because it does one sugar beet gives 1.1 cut, so we're gonna have to reconfigure our datas here, because I think I may be slightly off on what we're supposed to be doing. Like how much we're supposed to be putting in each. I don't think it really matters as long as we get close. Because I think this time around we've got enough sugar beet that we're going to be able to go right up until the other stuff is completely harvested. So we're about to start having a surplus of sugar beet, which is good. Once we start getting a surplus of sugar beet and cut sugar beet, we can set down another sugar processing plant. So that's the goal. And at that point, we'll need another cut sugar beet plant, or sugar beet processing plant instead of a sugar plant. Nice, Angela. Productive. It's always good. Which I guess when you got to get up and go to work, you don't have much of a choice. So Bud hitting that resub with that Twitch Prime. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated for the Twitch Prime resub. Using it here when you could use it anywhere else on Twitch. You chose the crappiest place you could find. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Throw some hearts, some golden TP, and some sub hypes in the chat. Thank you, dude. Enjoy those emotes. $13 months of sub support even. Yeah, this is some real good ground right here. I cannot believe we're approaching 700,000 liters of sugar beet. Like, that's just crazy to me. Nice little pattern going there. Like Mr. T's barber cutting the field, but that's all right. Yeah, we're gonna end up with 700,000 liters of sugar beet. That's crazy. I mean, that's about right too, because it's 320, 330 off of the first field, and then these were spitting out about 350,000 liters or more. So right around that area. So yeah, we should be right around 700,000 when we get done. We may be just shy. This load would be 700,000. So at 100%. So if we don't hit it, then that'll be about right. That means that one field's putting out about 340,000. Which is crazy because it's silty clay. It shouldn't be putting out near that. But it is, and I'm not going to argue about it. Well, I think we're going to hit 700,000. So, big sugar beet numbers this time around. This is fantastic right here. This definitely gives me some leeway now. This definitely gives me some leeway. Because we always had to skip that one day after the harvest, which means it put us the day after we ran out of cut sugar beet, always, to do the day after we ran out of cut sugar beet to get our harvest in. So we were always like a day off, and we didn't have constant sugar running. So now I think we're going to. And with a surplus even, I don't think we're going to process all this before the next harvest is ready. I really don't. Especially since I slowed time down a bit. I just don't think it's going to happen. Celtic Moon, you about to start up the grain mill. Nice. Yeah, cool. I'll be playing on it tomorrow, I think. I'm going to have to look at the Farm Sim Network and see when I can get on there and start planting, because I got a new field on Elm Creek. It came up for auction. It was right next to 38. It is number 39. And if you guys remember Elm Creek, 38, 39, 40, 41, all those, all right together. So I'm just gonna plant them all the same. I had wheat before, so I'm gonna do barley this time around. I'm gonna plow my straw under though, because there's no need to keep it, like no need whatsoever. 221,000, not even worth filling up. We'll just go ahead and take it on over. And this is full too, 359,000, so we're good there. Sweet. We have 96,000 liters of surplus of sugar beet, plus whatever's in here. So we did 696,000 liters of sugar beet off of 3 fields. That is extraordinary, and that'll definitely get us through to the next harvest. As long as this can keep up spitting this out over to here, we'll be fine. And this is processing 4,800 a month. This is processing 192,000 cycles a month. So it'll definitely keep up. It's like once an hour, this thing spits out enough that keeps that running for 2 days a month. Well, it says that, but again, instead of 4,800, it's been chewing through like 20,000 a day, which is kind of crazy. So I think something's broke there. I think something is broke. But on the upside, that's all the sugar beet. That's all of it. That is it. Sugar beet done. Yeah. Let's go push some sugar over now. I'm gonna do it with this thing and see how this works. Probably not gonna work real well, but we're about to give it a go. Oh no, don't fold that up. Hold that part up. There we go. That's what we need. Oh, we hit the building. I thought it was the sugar. I was about to say the sugar. Those few pallets stopped this thing. I don't think so. All right, cool. Let's return it. I think. Hang on. Let's go double check real quick. Just make sure. Yeah, it's all harvested. All right, everything's harvested. So we can return that. Yes, and we can return that. Sweet. And then we got our cultivator and our planter. How in the world I managed to get all those before they ran out, I'll never know. I'll never know. 29.73, so we're on the way back up for price. That's really good. We were down to like 2,700. The highest I've seen is like 3,500, which is a really good price for sugar. And we could probably get a slightly higher price, $10 per thousand more somewhere else, but I don't really have anything to haul them. It's just easier to do this for the moment. And I really should just move the sell point over to here. Like right here, and just push them into the sell point. Because this piece of the field is not really necessary anymore, now that we've got the other whole field over there. That's fine. Alright, we're already at the store. We should have our money to repair now. Oh no, it cost 8,000. Dang it, what happened to all my money to repair? What happened to it? I mean, what's another 5,000, right? What's another 5,000? There we go. What's another 5,000? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just another 5,000. Not a big deal. All right, we need to cultivate. You know what I like? I just noticed this too. Watch these fold and unfold. They don't go at the exact same time. Watch them when they hit. Watch this. The left side's going to hit first. Which if they're running off the same hydraulic pump, or they're running off the same hydraulic system for sure. So that means that one's going to have a little more power than the other, meaning one of them's going to fold up first. That's a really great observation by the devs. That one side's always going to fold up first before the other side. That's, or 90% of the time anyway. All the hydraulic stuff I've seen does it. One side always hits or starts a little quicker than the other side. That's pretty cool. Beat it at its own game. Nice. The beat puns, always good. All right, I guess we can go to that far field and get started. Bad as I hate it. We got to, I guess. Famer Callie, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome. Welcome to South American sugar farm that is all sugar beets and sugar cane all the time. With an enormous amount of debt, because sugar farming is not cheap. It's very, very hard to do. It's very expensive. You know, I just realized too, I don't know what happened, but my farm sim game is not linked to my game anymore. It's linked to my system for some reason now. Just so strange. It's like everything went to my system instead of my. I'm glad it's got sound because I didn't even notice it until just now. That is so strange. So strange. It shouldn't be doing that. It's like everything got weird all of a sudden. A computer auto update or something? It didn't, but it needs to update. I guess I'll do some updates tonight and see what all it breaks. As bad as I don't want to, I got a ton of stuff to get done tomorrow. Dang, I bet y'all forgot about Deuce Coin, didn't you? I know I did. I know for sure I did. Alright, I think right here is about as far up as I want to go. We'll just go right here next to the tree. And we'll get the lineup. Let's see. Let's auto and then center. And we'll back up. And we will take off. Oh, I forgot we're gonna need a rock picker. I forgot about that. We're gonna need the stone picker too. That's alright. That's not much more of an inconvenience. Hopefully we'll have some more pallets of sugar to sell. Yeah, I forgot all about Deuce Coin. Well, because it's broke on YouTube, so I haven't thought anything about it in a while. There we go. We'll do every other run. And I'm honestly surprised this has rocks in it this time around. Because this is the silty clay. Environmental score 77 this time around, though. That's really good, actually, considering what it is. I mean, it's really bad soil, so... but it still gets better yield than the other stuff, so I don't know what's going on there, but I'll take it. I know we don't have access to that land. I'm aware. This is where if I had a second tractor, I would just hire a worker and let them go. And I would go get another one and start working on the other fields. But unfortunately, 500K in debt and one tractor and having to lease equipment, it's not looking good. But I think for now our purchasing is done. We got to save up some money now to buy the next field, so I think we'll just start paying off debt and then we'll buy us a new tractor. That way, at least if we have to lease things, we can lease two and knock it out a lot faster. That's the overall goal, is to get everything done a little bit quicker, a little bit faster for production stuff. Even the harvesting, we'll hire a worker to do harvesting too. We'll lease 2 harvesters, or maybe just lease a harvester and then have a worker start. I could have done that, I guess, while I was finishing the harvest. I could have had a worker over here doing this, but I needed to repair my tractor, so it wasn't going to work like that, I don't think. Wasn't gonna work like that, I don't think. Yeah, it's unfortunate that I made very poor decisions at the beginning of this. I think we had a real good chance of making this a very good success if I had not done what I did right off the bat and spent too much money and leasing all the big stuff and spending 50, 60 grand on leases when I was only making 70. Taking out loans up to my ears. Never good. Never good. Never good, never good. Yeah, we're definitely not going to get everything planted today. We'll be back on here Wednesday or Thursday, depending on when I'm on the community server and when I'm on the FSN. So, all going to depend on all of that. But yeah, I got a lot to do on the FSN too. All fresh plants. Go ahead. Sorry about that. All fresh plants, all barley. Probably not keeping the straw just because it's kind of a pain to use. Yeah, we're gonna be. Matter of fact, let me pause for a second here. Let me use some paint here. Landscaping, painting. We'll just go with some of this old red dirt here. Oh no, not that red dirt. This red dirt. Yeah, that red dirt there. I hate to paint this in, but I'm gonna have to a little bit here, I think. It does not like this edge right here. Found that out with the harvester. Okay. That should be good. That should be good. And it kind of blends in. It's like a field opening almost. All right. I'd rather that than the meadow we got on the other end down there. That just looks funny on this field. Or on this map in general. There's no just grass without the flowers. I wish there was just grass without the flowers. That would be better. 'Cause that's all this map has is just grass without flowers. So. And apparently we own halfway into the road there, which is news to me. Woo, just barely squeezed by the tree there. Off we go. We still got a whole bunch more to go. We got that whole other side there that I run the other way. And then we got all these other fields over here too. This one and all of this down to about right here. We got a lot more to cultivate. A lot more cultivation needed. A lot more cultivation needed. Come on around you go. Off we go again. Off we go again. Been almost a month since you've been on your own farm. Isn't that weird how that works? You get busy on one, forget about the other. I was like, I got busy on all the other stuff and forgot about Farm Sim Network, so I had to get back on it too. Oops, may have set her down a little early there. Outside though. Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed, it's alright. I think we'll do that same trick we did when we were harvesting. We'll go start at the end up there on top of the hill, run a straight line down, and have this little triangle right here to do at the end, maybe. Oh, the server was down. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, hang on now. Picked up a little early there. There we go. Gotta get the rest of that. Oh, that tree has hitboxes. That's a tree, not a bush. I'll probably run through the bush. That's just a steep hill right there, isn't it? Crazy. Gotta farm it though. I want this area over here. Look at all that flat land over there. That's nice. Nice big open area, no trees around. I don't think we've got one field without something around it or a hill. Like a big hill like this one. This one's got trees down this side and rock and stuff. We've got a building right here in the way. This has got a lake on the side and a river on the other. We've got a river here, a lake here. Trees here, trees all on this side. It'd be super nice to have this big area right here. 393,000. It can be ours. And that's just, I mean, that's it too. Like the hill, I think is on. Well, no, the hill's on 20. Yeah, 21 would be good too. Over that hill there, it looks pretty flat. So, what's up, James? How's it going? Alright, let's flip this bad boy around now. So if you're just joining in about 3 minutes, I'm going to be running ads. That way nobody has to watch ads coming in for the next hour because Twitch is silly like that. I make almost no money off of it. Like, I basically don't make money off of ads. So I don't run them for the money. I run them because Twitch is silly. So keep that in mind. If you want to hang out through that break, you can. It'd be much appreciated if you did. Don't have to, of course. I don't blame you if you don't. But again, Twitch is silly. I almost have to do this to keep people from having to come in and watch ads when they first join. Most people don't. They just click off and go somewhere else. I do the same. So be doing that here in about a minute and a half or so. And we'll knock that out, get that out of the way, and then we'll have another hour to finish up whatever we can get finished up in that time frame. Yeah, see, now we got this little triangle right here we can come back and do in a minute. So we can just run our straight lines here for a while now. Of course, up this hill is nothing fun, but at least it's not this way. You can see the slope there. That's pretty steep. It's pretty steep, but it's not as bad. It's just some hilly land. All right, let's get back to this, shall we? I think we shall. Still can't log on. Are you talking about our farm? The community server? You can't log on to the community server. I haven't looked at it in a little while, so I mean, it might be down. I don't know. I figure somebody would have said something in chat, though. Oh, okay. Okay. AFTL, okay. Oh, ANTF. Gotcha. Yeah, okay. I was about to say, I mean, I know Brian's pretty active on there. He would have said something, I think. Yeah, I would have thought he would have said something if that was the case. Or fixed it. I mean, he's got access to the back end of it, so. Spoiler alert, he's probably listening, so. But yeah, well, I mean, that's good that it's not our server, I guess, but I hope they get that one back up for you. Gear down now. Come on. Let's go. Get it moving. It ain't that bad. It ain't all bad. It's just a real steep hill, that's all. And there we go. Yeah, if we had that Taj fund on here, I'd just drag trees, even over to the sawmill probably. But we could buy this whole forest right here. Oh no, that's the whole map. We're not buying that. Never mind. That's $1 billion. That's a little more than we can afford. What's up, Adam? How's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, I was thinking we just buy that forest there and cut those bad boys down, put the Taj fund on here, drag them over, which we're probably gonna do that anyway. I'm probably gonna try to get some mods put on here this weekend. The auto load trailer, the big trailer. What's it called? Down here, miscellaneous, I think. Yeah, this guy. The profile liner. It's the auto load version though.
3-month resub.
Oh. Gotta love the rocks. Absolutely. James coming in with that 3 months of Twitch Prime. Thank you so very much for using that Twitch Prime sub here when you can use it anywhere else. You chose the crappiest place you could find. Thank you so very much. Throw some hearts, some golden TP, and some sub hype in chat. Thank you, James. Dude, my arm gonna fall off. That's bad. You know that's bad, right? I mean, I'm not a doctor. I've stayed in lots of La Quinta inns, though. That sounds bad. I'm no expert. I would say you probably need to get it looked at. Preferably before it actually falls off. If you wait till after it falls off, it may be too late. Again, not a doctor, just an observation. It's the left ones, you'll be okay. Yeah, I've stayed in my share of I mean, La Quinta Inn's actually quite a nice hotel compared to a lot of them I've stayed in. I've stayed at my share of Motel 6s and Motel 8s, and Beets motels, and I didn't think I was going to survive the night motels. But I still know that doesn't sound good. You don't have to stay at a Holiday Inn Express to know that. So True, I never thought to ask this, and I don't know if you have time to type it out or not, but if you work a 12-hour shift and you're an engineer, do you go 6 hours one way and 6 hours back? How does that work? Or do you go to a hotel room, or how does that? I don't know how that works. I've never actually talked to anybody that was an engineer, so. Or do those things have sleepers in them now? I'm just really confused on how that would work out. So. The cockroach huts. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. In Starkville, there's a place called Dave's Dark Horse Tavern, and there's a hotel in the same parking lot. Not the hotel you want to stay at. Motel. Not the motel you want to stay at. I wore flip-flops in the shower, but they weren't even my flip-flops. I borrowed a guy that I was working with flip-flops to wear them in the shower. That's how bad it was. That's how bad that was. It was pretty terrible. Oh yeah, OTR construction for sure. They're not gonna put you in a nice motel, a nice hotel. Never gonna happen. That's one thing I can say about the sound industry. I've had everything from the Sheraton to the Hiltons, all the way down to here's your metal key. There's no deadbolt. You know what I mean? Like there's no extra deadbolt on the door. It's just a doorknob. Like I've stayed in plenty of those too. I've stayed in much more of those or somewhere in between than I have the nice hotels, but the really, really nice hotels are fantastic. I'll say that. I've never stayed at a Four Seasons though. That's one that I never did get to stay in. Oh no, I take that back. I did too. New Year's Eve 2009 in somewhere Pikeville, Kentucky, I think, up in the mountains. It was a New Year's Eve show. It was like a Four Seasons or something up there. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was a Hilton. I don't know. But yeah, doing shows. Mostly I stayed in like your run-of-the-mill, hotels or whatever, Days Inn, stuff like that. So Holiday Inn Express. If we got a Hampton or a Hilton, it was super nice. Hamptons were okay. I mean, they're pretty average, honestly, after staying in a bunch of them. The Sheridan in Memphis, though, is super nice. I like that one. I think one of my favorites is they put us up in the casinos. Those are always fun. Not only is your room free, but you can go play and you can get comp meals and then points for later and everything else. The pizza dude got robbed, half beaten to death. Oh my God. Was it on South Lamar on your way into Memphis? Because that's what it sounds like. When we used to go play pool at the Rack, we always stayed in those type motels. We actually had some workers try to solicit us outside the front door. And then some shady fellas were standing kind of off on the corner watching them. So, oh, it's out by Mud Island. Yeah. There's some shady places out that direction too. But yeah, we had some working folks try to solicit us on the way into the hotel. I told my buddy, I was like, I don't know if we need to stay here, man. He's like, dude, it's $30 a night. And I was like, I know. That's the problem. It's $30 a night. But we were going to play pool, so I mean, it wasn't like, you know, we were trying to spend a bunch of money. We were trying to limit our spending. So, and realistically, we were only there for about 4 hours both nights we were there. We stayed at the pool hall the rest of the time. So I napped on the benches, and so did he. Didn't really go to the motel. So for $60 for 3 days, you know, as long as we didn't get murdered coming and leaving, we were fine. He knocked on your door bleeding like crazy. That's insane. Yeah, that's insane. I mean, there's some rough places in Memphis. There's some rough places in Jackson too. So, I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to Columbus, Adam, but it's it's a pretty rough place. If you get off in the wrong area or the wrong time of day, it can be a pretty rough place too. We were doing a little small festival under the bridge out there one time, and we were loading up, and we heard gunshots because we were about a block from Main Street doing an under the bridge thing down by the Riverwalk, and it wasn't like one or two; it was like full magazines being emptied out of 9mm. I mean, it was crazy, but it was pretty rough. There was a cop that stayed down there with us while we were loading out. And he goes, I'm not going to leave y'all here. And we're like, no, man, you can go. And he was like, no, you don't understand. Y'all don't need to be here by yourself. I was like, okay. And then about 10 minutes later, that went off. And I was like, yep, good call. Oh, dude, yeah, Greenwood kind of, it's got some shady places too now. Yeah, Greenwood's got some shady places. The Avenue Streets, yeah, I don't know, man. I've only been to Greenwood a few times. There's like a dive bar out there somewhere that my boss's band played at, and then Jamie then played at a couple times. I can't remember where it's at though. Can't remember what it's called either. Well, my boss's band at the time, the guy I worked for doing sound. The guy I worked for the most doing sound, I guess. I was still freelance, but I worked for him pretty much year round, so. You get robbed after 8. Man, there's some real shady places in Mississippi, man. Like, Like, dude, I don't know if people realize it or not, but Jackson was actually the homicide capital of the U.S. for a while. I don't know if it still is, but Jackson ain't no joke, man. It might still be. I don't know. I ain't looked it up lately. I just know I try not to go to Jackson. Like, Ridgeland's fine. Ridgeland's fine. Even Richland, if you go on the south side, Richland's fine. But downtown Jackson? Nah. Nah, I want no part of it. I want no part of it. Alright, done with this one. I didn't think we were going to be... Oh, no, we're not. We got a little bit more to go. Let's say, I didn't think we were going to be done with this before 5, but we are. Man, I wish I had another tractor. I'd go get a worker started doing something. I'd come pick rocks. Or I'd let them pick rocks, and I'd keep going on this. And either way, it doesn't matter. Where the hospital is bad, too. Oh, yeah, yeah. For sure. Yeah, we used to do the United Methodist Conference down there at the conference center in downtown, and we stayed at the really nice, like, 40-story, you know, hotel or whatever's there. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know if it's the Sheridan or what it is, but super nice hotel right in downtown right there. So basically we'd park at the venue and then we'd walk 2 blocks over to the hotel. And I gotta tell you, man, walking 2 or 3 blocks in downtown Jackson at midnight, sketchy at best. Sketchy at best. It's just a really high crime area, man. It's pretty wild. But like during the day when we had lunch break and dinner break and stuff, we would walk to I think dinner break they fed us, but lunch break we would all go over to some little diner, cafe right there in downtown. Kind of a cool little joint, but we'd always eat there at least twice while we were down there. We were down there for like 5 days. We'd always eat there at least twice, and during the day, man, it wasn't, you know, it was all businesses and stuff, like, you know, it wasn't really anything weird going on, but at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, nah. I didn't like no part of that. I didn't like no part of that. I only had to do it twice, though. Every year it lined up with Elvis Fest, so I was always in Tupelo. Except for the last two. The last two it didn't. I don't think it's where they make the pig ear sandwich. No. This is it's a diner that's been there forever. Like when I used to go down there, you could tell that the decor was from the 70s. So like it hadn't been updated in a while. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a cool little place. It's right in downtown, right amongst all the buildings and stuff. It's probably a 60-seater restaurant too. It's fairly big, but it's right in downtown. It's like a block over from the conference center, right in downtown there. I mean, when I say it's I mean it's right in the middle of, you know, I guess it'd be the south part of downtown. Yeah, I mean, probably the 50s, honestly. Probably I mean, it could have been the 40s for all I know. I don't know how long the place has been there, but I need to pull up a map one day and figure out the name of that place. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm just going to wing this, because I think this would be quicker running these long stretches like this and trying to do all that turning around. That way at least we go get started on another field anyway. I still got a rock pick. I forgot about having a rock pick, so. But yeah, man, that was, I always hated going to Jackson. I hated it, man. I hate the traffic. I hate the constant on edge, because we're not leaving, you know, and driving somewhere at midnight. We're walking, you know. Oh, always hated it. Alligator, Mississippi? Where is that at? I'm sure that's a nickname. That's not the name of the town, right? That can't be. Can't be the name of the town. Never even heard of that. It can't be real. It's on Highway 1-ish down by Rosedale. Oh, wow. Okay. I've never heard of Alligator, Mississippi. I'm going to have to look that up. I'll have to look that up. I'll tell you what, man. One of my favorite festivals, even though it was terrible for the amount of time we had to put in for it. We couldn't put the stage or anything in place until morning of, was Charleston, Mississippi. The gateway to the Delta Festival. We had to put the stage in that morning, and we couldn't have the road until 6 a.m. So we'd leave Batesville at like 4:30 and get there and be ready to put the stage in at 6 a.m. and start setting up because we started at 10 a.m. So from scratch to making noise in 4 hours with 3 people. Like that was one of the harder festivals, and it didn't end till midnight, so we weren't out of there until like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. the next morning. Then we'd drive back to Batesville. So that was a tough one. It was a one-day banger. I mean, it was wide open the whole time. But super nice people. It was always a great place. Everybody was super friendly. I never felt unsafe. You know what I mean? Like most festivals, at some point, I kind of feel like some of the areas just aren't worth being in, you know? Not because of the people, but because of the crime statistics. Let me make that real clear real quick. Because of the crime statistics, not because of the people itself. What's up, Jeremy? How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. But yeah, Charleston's pretty nice, man. I always liked Charleston. It was fun. Well, no, just because it was like it's set up on the west side of the square. So it's the main thoroughfare or whatever. Like it's the main road through town there. So we couldn't set it up until 6 a.m. Like they limited the amount of time they shut down the road, basically. So. Yeah, I mean, I like Charleston, man. It's a nice. I mean, it's your average, town square, small town Mississippi town. It really is. It's got a nice town square. It's a really nice place. Super clean. I don't know. I like it. I like Charleston. It's good. I think it's a cool place. It's like what's the other town? Is Vardaman close to that? No, you don't go through Vardaman to get to Charleston, do you? I can't remember now. It's been so long since I've been over there. I know we go to Batesville, hit 55 and run south, and then take whatever road it is over to Charleston. I can't remember what road it is now, but you don't go through Vardaman to get there, do you? What's the town? Is there a town between there? I'm thinking going to Greenwood, I think. Or Greenville, one of the two. But yeah, I like Charleston. Charleston was always fun, like I said. Lots of good people. Oh, Crowder, that's right. Yeah. Lots of good people. Everybody always had a blast. It's always great bands. Catering was always good. It was usually like a potluck type thing. They didn't order catering. All the volunteers would just bring something. So, all good stuff. The main thing is everybody was super friendly and super helpful. with the staff there. That's not something I always got. Like a lot of the times it was, they did the bare minimum so we could get by and that was it. But yeah, Charleston was good. I'll tell you when I don't miss doing, Adam, and I don't know how long you've been where you're at, but I don't miss doing double decker. That was about the same, except we started loading in at 6 p.m. the night before. And it was, we did both stages, except it was not fold out stages then. It was individual decks and tower roof and everything else. That was terrible. That was terrible. Every time the boss would have a new hand that came in, like just a stage hand, that's the first show they would work. If it was around that time of year, he would hold them until that show. And if they made it through that, then they passed the test, basically. Double decker was terrible. I mean, it was awful. It was 30 straight hours with about 30 minutes sleep.
That's
awful.
a new follower.
Awful time. Big Dog, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I hated double decker. Again, the guy that put it on, fantastic guy. I loved working with him. I've talked about him a few times. I talk about doing festivals. He was one of my favorite people ever to work with. But God, I hated double decker so much. The promoter was great though. Always took care of us. Plus, you know Square Pizza, right? On the square there. Tate Moore, the guy that owns the place. There was a few times he'd bring us a pizza, so that was always cool. He'd drop us a pizza off. Last few times we did it anyway. I like Tate. Tate's good people. Plus, the Kudzu Kings ain't bad either. I always liked their music too. So that was always fun. Oh, non-stop drunks in the ER. Oh, I bet, man. I bet. That just sounds terrible, honestly. Like, I'm super happy I got away from at least that anyway. Although the last couple times we did it, or the last time we did it, we took mobile stages in, and that was a breeze. That was a breeze. They always had really good bands, but man, it was an absolute nightmare. 30 for me and the local guys, it was about 36 straight hours, and then the stage-hands would meet us there. We had to load trucks and load all the decking and load all the audio and everything for both stages, and I mean, we put in 2 weeks of prep before the show even happened, and then that Friday before we went to go in and go down there and load it, or go over there and load in, we'd already been at the shop since 7 that morning, so it was more like 48 hours for us. It was 2 straight days of being awake. It was awful. I hated it. Terrible time. Great festival, but working it, nah, I'm good. I kind of do miss doing shows though, but I'm pretty certain my left ear is shot, so I don't think I'd be a good engineer. Like, just with my headphones, I can tell. If I take one off, I can hear the difference, volume wise and frequency wise. On double decker, you tripled that? Wow. That's impressive. That's impressive. It's silly is what it is, but I mean that's a lot. Holy crap. I would not have expected that, honestly. Oh, I bet, yeah. LSU Ole Miss game. Big one. That's a big one. I don't know about State and Ole Miss, but I know here it gets pretty rowdy. So, well, not here, but in Starkville. We don't actually live in Starkville, so we live close enough. But it got pretty rowdy in Starkville. Whenever Ole Miss would play here. Depends on if State wins. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is very true. Yeah, before we moved into this house, we lived in an apartment just off of campus, and on game nights, we just sat on the front porch and listened to the game. Like, it was clear as day. We just sit there and listen to it. You could definitely hear the cowbells. You could definitely hear the cowbells. Yeah, I don't know about tearing goalposts down and carrying them through the streets, but when was that? Was that an LSU game with Ole Miss? Yeah. Oh man, the cowbells are just loud. I've never been to a football game, college, pro, or otherwise. I don't plan on it. I don't plan on it. I actually got offered the job to do audio for the Ole Miss games. I turned it down. I turned it down. Guy that does some Christian TV live studio recording stuff for Christian TV for I can't remember what channel it is. Anyway, he's got their studio set up, and he does the audio and video recording stuff for them. He's the one that had the contract doing the audio, and one of his guys was doing it, and he was about to move or something. I don't know what he was doing, and he offered it to me, and I was like, nah, I'm good, man. I was like, I'm not even going to ask you what it pays. I'm good. Don't even care. For a while doing sound, I took whatever somebody offered me, but I learned pretty quick that there are some things that are not worth doing. They're just not worth doing, no matter what they pay. I'm off like a bucket of shrimp left in the sun. All right, Angela, have a good day. I appreciate you hanging out with us and listening to the local stories. What was the what was it? Rebel Barn? Was that the name of it, Adam? Rebel Barn? I think that was it. So me and the guy that owned that place are pretty good buddies. I could call him right now and go, hey, I need a favor. He'd be like, all right, man, what you got? He offered me, I can't remember who, I think it was Lil John. He offered me $1,000 to come mix, and I turned it down. I was like, no. Or no, it was $500. Offered me $500. He was like, you don't even have to do anything. Just come babysit the board. And I was like, no, not doing it. I love Lil John, but no. It was at a frat house. I was like, no. Sorry, buddy. Can't do it. can't do it. I can't do it. Like, I just don't have the temperament for it. Not for frat house gigs. Yeah, Oxford on game day is bad enough. Yeah, no, I don't want it at all. Not at all. Frat shows, I did a couple. I hated it every time. I didn't mind going down and just putting the roof up and being done with it. Or putting the audio system up and being done with it, but... yeah, no. No, thank you. No, thank you. Say campus, it was the Pike House too, man. I don't know what it was, but they were all super nice guys, but at the same time they were not. Every year. And I know every 4 years it was different people. Or maybe every 4 years. Close to that anyway. Yeah, it was always the Pike House that he wanted me to do. No, man. Dave, no. I don't want to. I don't want to. Man, we might actually get this field done. That'd be a shocker, actually, if we did. Rolling right along. Yeah, so I forgot what it was. We used to put a stage up and a roof at the Pike House, and then they built a wooden stage, and we had to put the genie roof on the wooden stage. And then they broke the stage, and the roof was leaning and stuff. It was crazy, crazy. Like, genie lifts tilting everywhere. It was bad. Work another shift on campus? No, that ain't worth doing right there. That ain't worth doing at all. Patreon just rolled over. I appreciate you, buddy. Reopen that Patreon. I don't know why those notifications don't come through. They're linked. Like Patreon stuff should come through. I gotta relink all that, I think. Which I know you don't care about the recognition or anything, but it's nice to have it pop up. Shows appreciation. That's the only thing I can really offer patrons. I used to offer videos for shows and whatnot, but the only thing I can offer is appreciation, so. What's up, Battery? How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Been reliving my glory days again today, Battery. Doing sound. Oh, you know what? I said Charleston was one of my favorites. Batesville Springfest was one of my absolute favorites. I love Batesville Springfest. That was always fun because that's that same promoter I talked about that I really like working with. Same guy. He's from Oxford, so fantastic guy though. Love working with him. I actually miss working with him, to be fair. He was like family after 15 years of working together. Yeah, Batesville Springfest. That's one of my favorites. I mean, that's not a surprise. Almost getting run over in a roundabout. Yeah. That's not a surprise at all. Springfest had a rough year. Really? What happened at Springfest this year? I mean, I know the guys I worked for still did sound for it. I think they did anyway. A shoot 'em up. Oh boy. I mean, it was only a matter of time. there's some sketchy stuff in Batesville as well. So all in all, I still like Batesville. I think it's a great little town. But I mean, there's an aspect of shadiness in about every town with a certain number of people. You're gonna get a small percentage of that somewhere. So, oh, it's Clarksdale folks. Oh, okay, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. One of the other ones I really enjoyed, man, was the this one's probably closer to Battery, but Vicksburg. 4th of July thing that we just took a mobile stage down there and put it up, and they had another audio company come in and do audio for it, but we rolled in, threw the mobile stage up, and then went to the casino basically. But after we got back and hung out, all the promoters and the townspeople and everybody else, we walked around downtown. It's a nice little place, honestly. I'd never really been to downtown Vicksburg, so but yeah, it's a pretty cool little place too. It was right on the river. Very cool little setup. The Sawmill Festival? Nope, we have not. Never done the Sawmill Festival. In Barnum. I think Lenny Wilson from Houston, Mississippi did the Sawmill Festival, if I'm not mistaken. I think he did the Barnum Festival for the longest. I don't know who's doing it now, but yeah, I think it was Lanny Wilson. So Vicksburg has a blues fest, but this was their 4th of July celebration that we did. And it was really cool, man. They had a big fireworks show, had a big turnout. Everybody had a good time. There wasn't no violence, wasn't no crazy stuff, you know. It was a good time. Everybody had fun, great bands. Some blues thrown in there, of course, because it's Mississippi. There's gonna be blues. But yeah, lots of good bands that year. And I think, honestly, that was 2019. That would have been my last full year doing sound. A Surrender Day Festival? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Batter, you ever been to Vicksburg? I know that's closer to you than it is me. I think it's closer to you than it is me anyway. I mean, I'm up in the middle over on the east side of Mississippi, so. It's a cool little town. I mean, it's all hilly, man. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of nice. Like, we don't have hills like that around here. Well, Starkville does, I guess, but my little town doesn't. Never have been, huh? Yeah, it's a cool little town. All right, last few passes, and then we got a couple on that side, and we are done with this field too. Yeah, this is going pretty quick. Talking about reminiscing on old times. Seems to pass this time a lot better, doesn't it? Not really talking much about farming, but there ain't a whole lot to talk about when I'm just cultivating the entire time. We get back into doing maths on the sugar beets, we'll figure it out. Oh, speaking of sugar beets, we need to check that, I guess. Oh, come on now. Let's see, 46,000, 357,000. That's looking good. Sugar beets, 103,000. Water's got 24,000. So yeah, we're good on water, believe it or not. This little bit of water is gonna do this entire thing of sugar beets. 14,000 in slurry. I should have made that a bigger number, I guess. And then this holds a bunch too. So if this ever fills up, this will still hold a bunch. Stones are going over to here. And it's active, but we're out of stones at the moment, so. Somebody's raiding the outhouse. Quick, get the TP. Oh man, Jimmy dropping a raid on us. Dang, man. Look at there. Guys, throw the TP in. Throw the TP at Jimmy. Red Dirt Ranch coming in with the raid. Thank you so very much. Welcome, Raiders. Uncle Howie. Daft Phoenix.
A new follower.
Don Vladdy, thank you for the follows. Much appreciated. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
That's a new follower.
Shindo. Crazy old coot.
That's a new follower.
Thank you for the follows. Doing well, doing well. Appreciate the raid. Doing pretty well. Just getting some cultivation done here on the sugar farm.
That's a new follower.
Ross's boss, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Getting some cultivating here on the sugar farm is about it. Red Dirt Stampede, Don said. Heck yeah. Come on in. We got toilet paper to throw at you, so. I'm sure most of y'all know who Jimmy is. Red Dirt Ranch. But either way, if I can copy that. Thank you. Let's give Jimmy a shout out there. If y'all don't know who Red Dirt Ranch is, the folks that were hanging out, there you go. Go give him a follow. Great farm sim community right there. Go give him a follow. You won't regret it, I promise. Stream's going well. Yeah, stream's going well. We got a lot done today. We finished up Sugar Beet, and we bought a new field, so taking a little extra time. I didn't realize the amount of time it was going to add. Of course, every time you add a field, it's like, you know, always adds a little extra time to your day. But what I really didn't realize is how much extra sugar beet it was going to add, so that was nice. Yeah, man, I hope your stream went well. Let's see. Probably start right here. I think I've got about 30 minutes. I usually end right about 5:30 my time, so it'd be about 20 minutes. So I got enough time to work on some of these fields anyway. I might actually be able to get this done. Had a good Monday. That's always a good thing. Mondays are tough. Mondays are tough. TP, you need some. Yeah, we were throwing it around in 2020 when it ran out. I am Central Time Zone. I'm in the Central Time Zone. So 6:30 Eastern is about normally when I end. Just because that was weird. My controller configuration loaded for some reason. It's pretty strange. What that was about. Close enough. It is. It's close enough. Not real far off the time zone there anyway. Yeah, earlier today we were over on YouTube playing Retreat to Enon, and then I jump over here about 4 p.m. Eastern and do some farm sim for a couple hours. Retreat to Enon's a fun survival game. Very fun. And then of course I gotta get on here and work on my farm too, so splitting my days up between the two. Between my YouTube and my Twitch. So if any of you kind folks want to watch non-farm sim stuff, and you followed here, you can go subscribe over on YouTube. Just do some S on YouTube as well. I'll play simulators and survival games over there, but not farm sim related. Just other simulators and stuff. I do have farm sim videos there, but most of my Twitch streams end up over on Deuce's VODs. So. At least I didn't have to deal with folks stealing TP out of the hospital bathroom. I mean, that's true, yeah. I really didn't have to deal with anybody. It was pretty nice. It was the first time in a long time I didn't have to deal with anybody. I just did my own thing. Oh, good, we got some sugar to sell. That's nice. That means we're gonna be able to lease the rock picker when it comes time. So, farmers are busy. Oh, I bet. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that I'd want to been in any kind of public anything when all that was going down. That would have been rough. I know one thing. I am super ready to get a different tractor. Another tractor. I can't even sell this one. I need two. So I'm just super ready to have another tractor. Nothing on sale. You got locked into work, you did, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it actually didn't do me any favors, but it wasn't terrible either, I guess. It gave me an excuse to do this pretty much full time, so there's that. Because you work on a farm, heck yeah. Yeah, I worked in sound production, so all concerts and festivals got pretty much canceled until, I mean, when was it? Like April or May of 21? So, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty much shut down for over a year. We had a monster jam we were setting up for the first week of March, and I was on my way back up there for the second day of load in, and guy called me and he goes, "Don't worry about it. They've canceled everything." And they canceled next week, and they canceled the week after that, and then like the next day he called me and told me they canceled the rest of the year, and I was like, "Oh, well that's bad." So, yeah, it was weird. So I went from working many hours every weekend to sitting there playing video games. The only thing you cancel is vacation. Yeah, man, hospital workers work through all that mess, dude. Crazy. Crazy. Turned around there. Off we go. You only have 5 hours this week? Well, I mean, it's just Monday. Oh, for sleep, yeah. It's just Monday. By the end of the week, you'll have 15. Too much sleep, yeah. I slept 3 hours last night, man. Not by choice. We all messed, like the whole family, we messed our sleep schedule up this weekend. We stayed up watching TV shows Saturday night, and I just threw everything off. Miss Deuce had to get up and go to work this morning, so I thought, well, she's got to get up and go to work. I guess I'll get up and go to work too. I could have slept in. But today is a good excuse to straighten out my schedule, so. I've been drinking coffee pretty much since this morning, but I've only had about 5 cups. Just been sipping on it all day. You got an arm that wants to leave your body. Yeah, that's never good, man. I told you. I'm not a doctor, but it sounds bad. Barbie, how's it going? Good to see you. It's been a while, yeah. I think we lost you when I changed schedules. Oh, real quick too, I didn't say this. Thanks to all the raiders that jumped over with Jimmy. It's always nice when your community follows you and supports you as much as you do to follow somebody to somebody else's stream. Thank you guys for jumping over with Jimmy. And thanks Jimmy for sharing your community. Around. Was sick in the ICU. Oh no, that's no good. Well, I hope you're doing better now. That's never a good thing. Doing good but busy. Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. They brought the flu home to you. That's no good. I mean, is it a bad thing if it was your ICU? I've never been to the hospital over there, but I would say I'd rather go there than here. So small town ICU here, man. You go in and they go, well, that's too serious for us. They'll send them north or south, one of the two. Yeah, I'd much rather be at yours, and I've never been there if I had to. Been longer trying to recover from that, I understand, yeah. Yeah, but staying busy afterwards though is always good. Always good. Helps you be active, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, I know the feeling. I think we all pretty much had a round of it back in April. My round was fairly mild, thank goodness. So yeah, I feel for the folks that didn't have a mild case. It wasn't terrible for me, but knocks on head. You still haven't gotten it. Good deal, man. Good deal. Yeah, I had about 3 or 4 days worth of pretty tough headaches, and if you remember, in April is when I was cutting the streams and stuff short too, and that's why I never tested, because they went and got tested and they came up negative, and they said just assume it's positive, and I was like, well, that's kind of silly, but okay. So I never even got tested. I was like, I mean, if I gotta go in, then I'll get tested, but right now it's just headaches. So it was headaches and some weird cramps and stuff for a day. That was about it. So, I mean, that's true, man. You're out there drinking Delta water. You're pretty much immune to anything. I mean, you know, people say that, Barbie, but I mean, I take a one a day. That's all I take. I take a men's one a day. I eat lots of protein. Take a men's one a day. I say lots of protein. I don't eat lots of protein. I eat a normal amount of protein, I guess, for somebody that's not super active. So, yeah, men's one a day. I drink lots of water. I cut out all my sugars and stuff last year. Well, a lot of it. I cut it down by 90%, if not more. I drink at least a gallon of water a day. And at least 3 cups of coffee a day. So, not every day. 4 times a week, probably. I drink basically no coffee on the weekend, which is weird, but sugar keeps the engine running. I mean, I still get it in other forms, because, I mean, I didn't cut out, you know, carbs and whatnot. So pastas and rice and all that kind of stuff. Cut down on it. I eat a little less of it, but you had coffee at 4 p.m. Dude, I'm still drinking coffee. That's what I told you. I've been sipping coffee all day. Like, I've had about, not even 6 cups, probably about 5 cups, and I've just been sipping on it since 7:30 this morning. But on limited sleep, a little caffeine to keep me running. Especially just sitting here. It's hard to sit here and stream on 3 hours of sleep and talk the whole time. It's hard to do that for me anyway. For most people, it's probably not, but for me it is. Hard to sit here and talk and try to be entertaining for a couple hours, much less 6 hours out of my day. 4 is quitting time, supposedly. Yeah, supposedly. Not always, supposedly though. Yeah, usually 5:30 is quitting time for me, which, I mean, I don't actually start streaming until 11 a.m. So you only get about 6 hours worth out of me a day, but that doesn't mean I ain't working. Not the same work, that's all. I use them disc brakes back there. With a 5 a.m. start? Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. I wasn't going to try to finish this field, but at this point, all we got left is this right here. I didn't think I was going to be done by 5:30, to be fair. But I think we are. And I guess next time we'll be doing some rock picking and some planting. Rock picking won't take long. Using that Impact John Deere rock picker. Thing don't take but a second. And I guess we're going to have to send Jimmy's folks on to somebody else. I wonder who is streaming Farm Sim right now. Jimmy, if you're still around, you got anybody in mind that you'd like to send your folks over to? I hate getting raided and then ending that soon, man. But I gotta do dinner. Not just a streamer, I'm Mr. Mom as well. I gotta go get dinner done. And if not, that's okay. We'll find somebody. One more 7-day week. Dang, man. Oh, that's right. You work. What do you do? What do you do? 7 on, 7 off, or 14 on and 7 off? Or you just work whenever they need you to work? Because I know some people do the swing shift thing where it's like 2 on, 3 off, 3 on, 2 off deal. All right, there we go. All fields are cultivated. That means we are done with this thing. There we go. I'm gonna shut her down right there. We're gonna return that thing. Return. Goodbye. All right, let's see who else is live at the moment. Still pushing the lawnmower? Not anymore. I still haven't taken that off though. I need to take that off there. Boy, nobody does it. Let's see. Following. Go all. Oh, Scuba Doobie is live. I thought he was streaming on YouTube these days. Old Scuba Doobie is live. Let's go raid old Scooby. I ain't seen him on Twitch in a minute. If you guys want to hang out for the raid, feel free. You are more than welcome to jump over and holler at Scuba Doobie. He's got a great community as well. I appreciate y'all. And join us. Jump over there. Show some love. Let him know that this raid is courtesy of Red Dirt Nation. And I will see you guys next time.
A new follower.
General Redneck, thank you for the follow on the way out there. Much appreciated. And let him know that this is by way of Red Dirt Ranch as well. Thanks, Jimmy, again for the raid.
Follower.
Much appreciated. Chalupa Batman, that's a cool name. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one. Later, folks.